Hello everyone, welcome to Quad Cup Season 3. My name is Carter Williams, and today we are hosting this wonderful match between Jaidon and Kyle. Um, any comments before we start? This is a very important match. No comments. Okay, so we're gonna go on with the coin flip. I believe Kyle's the better seed here, so would you like to go with heads or tails?
Heads.
Alright, let's see how that goes. And it's going to be heads. So Kyle, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Alright, so Kyle's gonna go first, Jaden's gonna go second. Good luck to both competitors.
Thanks.
Alright, so the scramble is clock. And we are going to get started here. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and share the stakes of this match so that both competitors are muted. So there are some very important stakes at play here. Currently, Jaidon is in second place, while Kyle is in third place in Group B. So that means that whoever, and they're also tied on points. So that means whoever wins this match will have a secure spot into the round of 16. It's a good solve from Kyle. It's a free 64. Solid way to start off the match here. So, whoever wins here would be guaranteed a spot to the round of 16. Whoever loses here would have their qualification in jeopardy. So they could still advance, but they just have to get a good solve difference. And Kyle barely beating Jaidon there. That's going to be 1 point for Kyle. Yeah, interesting start to the match here. Let me get my Discord up. There we go. And yeah, just so you know, if there had to be one person to have a better chance of advancing if they were in a third place spot, it would be Jaidon with the plus 11 solve differential, while Kyle would have a negative 7 solve differential, which could put his qualification into jeopardy if he doesn't win here. So this is really important for Kyle more to win this match. But anything can play out. It's a very cautious solve from Kyle. The time is going to be, let's see here, a 467. So that's going to be a point for Jaidon. It is 1-1 right now. Yeah, a very important match as we round off match week 3, which is taking more than a week, but I'm okay with that. I had to take a little bit of a break from Clock Cup, mainly because a lot of stuff going on, and I was getting a lot of burnout, so streaming every day is very hard for multiple hours. I'm not following the actual tournament at all. I just watch matches whenever it begins my recommended. That's very fair. But once you start getting into the bracket and the stuff like that, it's going to be really fun. 359 from Kyle, so his first solves really seem to be helping him out here. Jaden's going to solve. Jaden is using 7 simul flip. Kyle is using 7 simul. It's double flip from Jaden, so that's not going to win that point. It's going to be a point for Kyle here, as he has maintained a lead of some sorts. Jaden has not taken the lead at any point in this match, but we've only done 3 attempts here, so 3 attempts, 6 solves. Jaden pushing the pin there. Ooh, weird timer start, but that could throw him off. It's a free 45, so solid, it seems to be, whoever gets that point, or gets the first solve, would win that point. Alright, it's solved from Kyle, but it's not going to do it. That looks to be a 4 from that board out screen there. Yeah, 460. So 2 points for Jaidon. A prime chance for Jaidon to equalize as he does a first solve here. Or sorry, Kyle is gonna do the first solve here. Will the pressure vary on Kyle because during the 4 rounds it's either been Kyle leads or it's a tie between both competitors in points. That's not gonna do it. Is not very happy about that solve. It's a 4 it's gonna be a 485. So prime chance for Jaidon to equalize here. We'll see what happens. Jaidon opted to go with the bar in front, being very cautious. This looks to be a very safe solve, but it does look really shaky at the end. A 539 from Jaidon, so Kyle maintains his lead. It is back and forth here in this match for a spot in the round of 16. Whoever loses this match may have to stay at home, but they won't be doing any more matches. I like to say go home, but then I realize that they are just home anyway. Fumble from Jaidon there. And this could be a sign that Kyle could take a more predominant lead. Kyle is being very cautious here. He's gonna... Oh! He checked the back, realized he made a mistake, and that's gonna cost him the point. It is 3-3 at this Group B match, the final Group B match of the season. Group B has historically been a interesting group. The first edition of Clock Cup, Group B, was, I believe, you know what? I think Group B, it was something like Brendan, Carter, Anders, and Reed, which is a really chaotic group at the start. But if you take into account the fact that Reed and Anders weren't necessarily as good as they were before, Brendan hasn't been in this season edition of Clock Cup, but the other 3 in that group have been all the editions of Clock Cup so far, and they've all made it to the round of 16 at some point. One of them making it to the final. So, solid solve from Jaidon to take the lead after that bit of a disaster from Kyle there. That's gonna be a 4-3. First time Jaidon takes the lead in this match, and the first time someone has won 2 points consecutively in this match. So we're in for a little bit of a treat here. Jaidon is going to try to extend this lead. Even if Jaidon loses this match, as long as he doesn't make this a blowout, he still has a very realistic chance of making it to the round of 16. Kyle, really cautious, smiling there. 556, it does beat a 621, so it is 4-4. And that's going to be a 465 from Kyle Meade. We'll see how it goes for Jaidon. Oh, that's solid from Jaidon. So Jaidon is the one maintaining this lead at this point in the match. 5-4 is the score. Something revolutionary has to happen for either competitor in these next 3 or 5 solves in order for maybe a more clear winner to come out on top. But if this match really is as close as it is in the early stages, then this could very easily go into overtime, and could, or at least could be at least a really interesting match. That's going to be a solid solve from Jaidon, more than solid, 384. Fun fact, Kyle has not witnessed either of my 384s, the Miss Scramble one and my official one. It is a 408 from Kyle Meade, so that's going to be a point for Jaidon again. So Jaidon has been leading by 2 points, which is the first time a competitor has done that in this match. So if Jaidon can keep this good form, 4 wins in 5 solves, then he has an opportunity to win this match, which could be the end for Kyle, but doesn't look like it there with a really solid solve there, a 371. That's gonna challenge Jaidon a little bit. Oh, sorry, not a 371, a 311. It's a really fast flip from Jaidon. Oh no. That is a DNF 289. So Kyle is going to take that point. Take that point off of a DNF. How crazy was that? How crazy was that? But Jaidon is still looking to extend his lead. He'll have to solve again after that 289 DNF he just did there. He redeems himself with a 457, which is beatable for Kyle. So, in quick succession, Kyle could be equalizing with Jaidon here. We'll find out. I think Kyle motioned for himself to flip it over. 393. That's going to be 6-6. So, it is a very even and fair game here. But it seems like Jaidon kind of took a little bit of a lead at the start, but Kyle just swooped in on points that Jaidon couldn't capitalize on. And that's probably attributing to why this match is so close right now. It's a 418 from Kyle Meade. I'm not sure if that's going to beat a 418. Looking at the timer, it does not. So, Kyle, with 3 points in a row, takes the lead. 6-7 in Kyle's favor. Jaidon is going to start solving. Doesn't look like too much in the scramble, and that could possibly reflect on the times. Ooh, never mind. That's going to be a good solve. 371 from Jaidon Lin. Let's see what Kyle does here. Trying to beat a 371. This looks like a okay 7 simul scramble. It might be 6 simul if I'm not reading that, if I'm reading that right. But it could be a DNF from, or I'm not sure if it was a DNF or just simply no, it's a DNF 357. So that's going to be 7-7, Jaidon versus Kyle. We are looking into the last point of halftime here, which will determine who would take the lead at halftime. It is all even here. Jaidon has just won a point after conceding 3 in a row, Let's see how Kyle does. Kyle. Oof. That's going to be a 452, the former NAR average from just a couple of years ago. So in 2 years, the NAR average went from 452 to 350, which is quite insane. It's a good
What?
solve.
There's no way.
Oh, and they tie, so no points. Keep going, no points.
Okay.
So Jaidon has
Wait, who goes?
you.
Okay.
So oh. Alright, they both solved at the same time anyway. But it's okay. It's the last point before halftime. I don't think either of them is going to realize. Okay. You guys both win at the same time, but
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just
thought
gonna
I
give
was-
I'm gonna give the point to Jaidon.
Oh wait, no, that's my fault. Sorry.
It's okay. Alright, so would either of you guys like a halftime break?
It's fine.
I don't care. I don't really want one.
Alright, so
Whatever.
we're gonna keep on going. Kyle, you are going first this time.
Okay.
Alright, so we are continuing with this match here. Jaidon led at quote unquote halftime. 8'7" is my height. Yeah, I could tell. Alright. Kyle is going to try to take the lead again, but we'll figure out what happens here. Oof. Struggling from Kyle into the DNF. So, Jaidon could have a bit more of a solid lead to hang on to. Yes, I can tell. I if I met you in person, I know you would tower over me. That's going to be a point for Jaidon. So 4 points in a row. I'm sorry, not 4 points in a row. 3 points in 4 is what it looks like here. It's gotten dark enough where Kyle would have to turn his light on. Oh, we've actually met in person? U.S. Nationals Clock Cup waiting area. Oh. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't recognize, like, usernames a lot. 338 from Jaidon. Oh, that could beat it. 332. So that's going to be a point for Kyle here.
What?
Jaidon is also really surprised as well. 9-8 is the score. Kyle with a prime chance to equalize, but he will be solving first. Let's figure out what happens here. It's a little lengthy of a solve from Kyle. Oh no, it's not 341. It just looks like a lot of it's 391. A lot of long terms and such. If we look at the means, Jaden has a 433 mean, Kyle has a 466, but we'll see how that plays out after this solve. That could beat it.
Dude, why are you so close?
It did not beat it. It was a 398, and Kyle got a 391, so it is 9-9. That is the score. This is the closest Clock Cup match, I believe, that I've commentated this season. no matter how you slice it, the scoreline is going to be 15-9 at the least, which is a very impressive scoreline for any match, I would say. Yeah. We'll see what happens until the death of this match, but the next 5 solves are really going to play out who maybe would have an advantage in overtime, or if someone could just take this up right away. It's a 420 from Jaidon. Kyle going with a bar in the back, which is a good move for 7 simul. It's a solved clock. I'm not entirely sure if that beats a 420. No, it's a 457. So Jaidon is going to get the point there. Kyle is also going to be solving first on this next solve, so hopefully... so he's going to try to prevent an 11th point from Jaidon, which would be a 2 point gap here, if that were the case, but... Jaidon's getting WR this weekend, I'm calling it. Alright, we'll see. But, very cautious from Kyle. That did not look great, and it's a DNF. So, Jaidon could be pulling out of this match with a win, which would secure his spot into the round of 16. This is a group stage match, I should say. But, if that's not the case, then we'll find out. Ooh, it's a drop from Kyle, but it's a DNF anyway, so Jaidon's gonna take that point. Yep, the back is solved, so we can confirm that Jaidon has 11 points and Kyle has 9. Jaidon is 4 points away from victory, and Kyle is 6 points away from victory, but anything can happen in this match. If Jaidon walks out of here with, a negative 4 solve differential. It's a 454 from Jaidon. Prime chance for Kyle to get a grip back in this match. If this isn't going to be his chance to come back, if he doesn't take advantage of this, this could be the end of his Clock Cup career or this season. He will take advantage. But it's a DNF. Or not a DNF. It's a 456. Barely. Jaidon gets that point. 9-12. Anything can happen. If Jaidon loses this match by 3 points, it would be an 8 solve differential, which would probably advance him to the round of 16 anyway. So now it's really just Kyle's game. At this point, Kyle is the underdog here, and Kyle really needs this opportunity to advance to the round of 16. This looks like a great solve from Kyle. It's a solved clock. It's a 405. We'll see how Jaidon reacts to that information. There's a bar case, or sorry, an L case, I should say. An L shape. It almost looked not solved, but that's a free from Jaidon. 13-9. Kyle still needs those 6 points, but Jaidon is edging closer is getting closer with 2 more points. Kyle should be a little bit nervous here. Can Jaidon keep his composure for the rest of the match? Oh! He does not keep his composure there. It's a 435, though. Despite that clock drop, a prime chance for Kyle to take back something in this match. It is now or never. It's shaky from Kyle. And I don't know if that's going to do it. That's not going to do it. But it's a 470. That's going to be Jaidon's point. One more until we get to the final score here. Kyle needs to win this point. It's a fumble from Kyle. Is it solved? It is solved. It looked very hesitant, but it's a 488. It's still a very respectable benchmark for a final solve in a Clock Cup match, possibly for Kyle. But we'll see if Jaidon can secure the win here. Does he secure the win with this point? It appears that he does. It is 15-9. That is the final score with a Jaidon masterclass, 6 solves in a row at the very end. The final score is 15-9 in Jaidon's favor. Congratulations to both of you. Congratulations to Jaidon for securing your spot into the round of 16. And sorry, Kyle, you at least you've gotten a wild card spot. But I'll tell you what happens next after this. After I do a little bit of calculations first, but while I'm doing that, what are your thoughts about this this match to the both of you?
I think it
You
was
can
very.
go first.
Okay. I think it was very funny because like it was like so many close points. It's like it's yeah, it's interesting. It was nerve-wracking as well in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beginning was really close, and it was
Yeah.
pretty fun, but then I kind of let it slip away from me at the end. It was still a good game.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah, so Kyle, this puts you in it looks to be third place here. Sorry, not third place. This well, it does put you third place in the group, but you are one solid differential point behind Jack Hoare, which puts you in the red zone for the wild card qualification, which in other words just means you might not make it unless a lot of things would have to happen. Eric would have to lose. Actually, no. Eric's done all his matches. Eddie would have to lose against Reed by a really large margin. In other words, it looks like your Clock Up qualification career might end here. So, do you have any parting words to say?
It was very fun. My first season, I'm glad I did it. And all my competitors were really fun to compete with. And yeah, that's basically it.
Jaidon, you have secured your spot into the round of 16. First of all, how do you feel about that? And second of all, what's your strategy going into the round of 16?
I think so. First, like, yeah, I'm pretty relieved that I did, because like I know I do pretty bad when I'm nervous, so I'm just relieved. And then I think my strategy is just to like semi slow turn, like low 4, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was pretty inconsistent this match.
Yeah, so that's going to... actually, I have one more question for Jaidon here. Is there anyone in particular you were scared about in the round of 16? If you want a list of people who have automatically qualified already, it is Carter Thomas, Mikal, Nicholas, Marcel, and Anders.
Well, yeah, there's all that. Carter, Nicholas, and yeah, there's probably more to come as well.
Yeah, Reed and Eddie, either of them are going to make it into the
Yeah.
bracket stage, and then it could be both of them too, theoretically as well. So we'll figure out what happens then. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all later.